My name is Brother John Fredy Triana. Everybody knows me as a Fredy. Fredy is my middle name, but for some reason everybody just began to call me Fredy, and I think that is okay. Originally, I'm from Colombia. Even though I was born in this little town, it's called Granada, I was raised in Bogota. So I'm from Bogota, technically. And I used to go to this town because my grandparents used to live there, but I just went for visits. I belong to this congregation. It's called the Ordinandi St. Philip Mary in Radisson. It's a very difficult thing to explain because we are unique in our way of living. We are not a religious community, but we are not diocesan also, and we usually tend to stay in the same place where we are in the same diocese. So that is why we have this good relationship with the diocese, and our congregation doesn't have like other religious communities has, like they can transfer from one house to another. We don't have that. We always stay in the same house, and we always work in the diocese where we are in. Everybody is called it to a different vocation, even within vocations, right? My community is a good support of my life. It's like having a family. Even St. Philip, when he began this community, he didn't want to have like a big religious community. He said that we should have like a family type house, right? And he didn't want more than 12 people living in the house, because at that moment, like you begin to have like a subgroups within the house. So we need a family. We are human beings, we think as a human being, and when we are with a family that loves you, that supports you, you can do better. You can do a lot much than just being by yourself. So in my opinion, in my way of being, having the support of people like every day, of hearing problems, of seeing problems, of talking to people about problems, just coming to the house and seeing somebody in the kitchen and talk about football, about whatever, and being there is just such help. It helps out big time. It helps you to keep going, to keep focusing what you're doing. Just keep focusing, following Jesus. It's not so much about willing to be a priest. It's more about willing to serve God, and to serve God in the way that I think He's calling me to. You can help God, like being a doctor or being a policeman or being in anywhere. But for me, it's serving God in this particular way and being an instrument of Him, between Him and the people and His children. When I began to feel that, I was about 23 years old, I think. I was thinking about being married. I was dating this person for 5 years already, and I thought that was going to be my life from that point on. And I did this small mission. In Colombia, we have that, what we call missions, but it's more like going to a little town and do like a novena, either for Our Lady of Mount Carmel or for what we call the Divine Jesus. It's for Christmas. And I went for this novena, for this mission, and being there, I sensed something different in me, and I began to experience this like interest and this willingness to go deeper into the mystery of Christ, and go deeper into what really I want to be. And I began to experience that. once I get back to the city, I began the whole process, and it was so clear at that moment that God wanted me to be in this path, at least to know what it meant to be a priest, or what it meant to be like called to be a priest at that moment. Well, at the beginning, it was strangely enough, it was my ex-girlfriend and this parish priest. It was this person who knew me for 5 years and a little longer, and had shared a lot with her, and she just guided me through the whole process. She kind of forced me to go to these meetings, to go to the, I don't know if it was because I was such a good person, or she just wanted to get rid of me, at the beginning it was she, and obviously I came to Father Jose, that's his name. And he helped me out, like all my doubts and everything if something came up, he just trying to explain to me what I had to do, and at the end when I had to make the decision, like the first decision was to leave everything behind, as the Lord says. He helped me out to do that, and she also was so wonderful, like recognizing that the Lord was calling me to do something else in my life, and that was how I just really began to be involved in the seminary life, and to really begin to walk. And after that, like many people, and obviously my community, they have walked with me, they have been there for me, they have been like guiding me in every single step that I have gone through. And the Lord, and He has been always by my side. You can see, if you go a little deeper in my life, you can see the Lord there working with me, helping me to be in the place that I should be, that I am right now. What I'm looking forward after my ordination, just working with people. Like, people has a great need of meeting Jesus, of having this deep relationship with Him. Out there is so difficult, and society as such makes it so difficult to have this deep connection with the Lord. That is what I am looking forward, to really help people to understand Jesus in their lives. Just what the Lord always says, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I know it's difficult to follow Jesus in the middle of everything that we go in life, in the middle of everything that society has for us, but it's worthy. Following Him is really worthy. Follow His teachings, following His desires to be closer with us is worthy. Don't be afraid, just follow Him.